C'est un joli dimanche au parc d'attractions. Les enfants grands renversent leur...
This is Malin, and this is Miss Kitten Heart Creates, chapter 2 of my podcast. And actually, I've really been looking forward to this all week, doing another podcast, so by the looks of it, I will keep doing it as long as I look forward to it. You can find me as Miss Kitten Heart all over social media, at Ravelry, at Instagram, at my blog, at Facebook. I will post links down here at the down bar, and I would love for you to come and visit. This podcast is actually a documentation of a new project of mine. The plan is to make my own wardrobe, and if I haven't made the clothes myself, they will be thrifted or gifted. I don't want to go to the store and buy new clothes. So this create my own wardrobe project is threefold. First, the goal is to have a homemade wardrobe. Second, the material, yarn, fabric, notions, buttons, everything is going to be thrifted or gifted or swapped or found, maybe. I'll be looking through my stash and see if there's anything I can use as well. And the third part of the project is that I am doing a gastric bypass, hopefully soon. I have been waiting for 1.5 years because of circumstances, and I won't be making things my own size because I won't be able to wear them for long. I still have no schedule, or I still have no notes. I do have, this time, a cup of tea, despite of the heat outside and my house that is like a sauna, but it's a green tea. It's Clipper aloe vera citrus tea, and green tea, I don't mind if it gets cold. I actually look forward to it. This is now pretty lukewarm and it's okay, but look at that cup, and that's awesome. I just have one, but I will get a few more if they still have them, because they are the prettiest things I've ever seen. They are actually made for soup. I have a few things to share with you. I thought I'd start with some stash acquisitions. I have got some fabric that I've thrifted, and I've got some yarn, which actually isn't new, but it's new in a ball. And I have some jewelry parts from a swap. So yeah, those are the new things I've gotten. The yarn is actually the shawl, the scarf I showed you last week. I ripped it up and I roll it into a pretty sparkly sequin ball of yarn, and I am not totally sure, but I think it's called Stella by Järbo Garn, a Swedish yarn company, the most common Swedish yarn company. And this little ball is the same yarn, Stella from Järbo Garn, and it's leftovers from a scarf I knitted for my stepmother one Christmas. And this is actually from my stash. It's a beautiful ball of Collinet yarn, and I have had it for years and years and years and years. I have knitted with it and I wasn't happy, so I ripped it, and I want it to be something fabulous. And I'm thinking these three together, maybe in a shawl or something. It could work. For fabric, I got last week when I showed you my winter boots at the same place, I got this fabric. And the pattern is really big, so it's difficult to show you. It's vintage. It's from the 80s, mid 80s, and it's from a pretty well-known Swedish fabric designer called Sven Friberg, I think, thrifted. And I'm thinking maybe a skirt or a dress or something with it. I want something with rather uninterrupted pieces to show off the fabric. This I got at the same time. It's not a lot, it's just a little piece, but maybe for some kind of top or a blouse maybe, or a pair of shorts. It's really cute, and blue and polka dots. The shorts maybe. This is from my stash, and now it's just a little piece, and I'm thinking what it will become. Shorts? No, I can't make shorts out of everything, but actually these both would look great as shorts. Then I went to the thrift store in our closest town, Östersund, on Saturday a week ago, and I went to 2 thrift stores and I didn't find much fabric at all, or yarn. I found some yarn. Some of it is in the freezer, some of it I'll show you in a bit. But I got 3 pieces of fabric. This is such a beautiful fabric and such a tiny piece. Maybe I'll do color and a joke or some kind of detail on something. It's really pretty. And this is soft flannel fabric, and I'm thinking close to my body, as a lining maybe. And this beauty is actually enough to make something of. It's maybe 2 meters with the birds on it, and it's called Java by David Whitehead, Zimbabwe, 9887. And it's kind of fun because I've been looking at African wax prints at Pinterest a lot, and I love it. This, of course, isn't an African wax print, but it does have kind of that feeling to it. So I was really happy to find it, and to find a decent amount of it. Then I was in a swap, and I will show you closer pictures pretty much right now.
C'est un joli dimanche au parc d'attractions. Les enfants grands renversent leur popcorn.
There are lots of pieces to make my own jewelry. There are pieces to make earrings and necklaces and brooches and pins and rings. And there are charms, and there are lots of stuff. And I have loads of beads from making dream catchers. So I don't have that much experience of using the real jewelry making stuff. So I think I need to go on YouTube and look for tutorials for me. My favorite buttons of the week, I won't be showing you like this because they are tiny, so I'll be showing you like this. Today I thought we'd go upstairs and take a look. So over to upstairs, Malin. Hello again. This is me a little while ago. I'm bringing you upstairs in my little house for this segment. I thought I'd show you some of my jewelry collection and some of the clothes I have bought for the past year and a half that I have been waiting for my gastric bypass surgery. We start with the jewelry. I keep most of my earrings and necklaces on my wardrobe, the side of my wardrobe. I wallpapered it, the wardrobe, with pages from old Flora books, and I really love it. But we will be looking at jewelry like this. This ring. It is a Moomin ring made for me by my friend Kathy, who also made these earrings inspired by Alice in Wonderland. And I have, and this necklace is from a friend called Diana. I got it for a Halloween swap. So it's a skull and bones and green glitter. I also got this in a swap. This I made myself. Well, I got the silver goddess and I put it on the chain, and I love it. She looks like me. This I also made. I used parts of old jewelry and made a new necklace from them. Oh, these I bought at Etsy. I love my vagina earrings. And do I have something more? These are vintage. They are from the 80s, mid 80s, and I actually got them as a gift when I was about 12, 13 something, and I still have them and I still love them. These Hello Kitty earrings and these little owls I got for my birthday. My youngest sister Maria made them for me. So yeah, I have some vintage pieces, some thrifted pieces, some gifted pieces, some are relatively new, like these and these and these. They aren't old, but I love the ethnic look of them. I bought them at a shop in Sweden called Indiska. And here I have some more jewelry. This is all vintage. And there are lots of crystals. This tiger's eye. And I have several of these in different shapes and sizes, and this I really love. Made of shells. So most of these are too short for me right now. I have a chubby little neck, so that's why they are hanging here on my future wardrobe clothes rack. And I thought we'd take a quick look.
C'est un joli dimanche au parc d'attractions. Les enfants grands renversent leur popcorn. Oh bébé, regarde, y a des drapeaux, des ballons qui claquent dans le vent par milliers, par millions. C'est un joli dimanche au parc d'attractions. Les enfants gras ricanent et on leur fait coucou. Oh bébé, regarde, y a des drapeaux, des ballons. La nuit nous a suffi pour saboter la grande. Oh. C'est un joli dimanche au parc d'attractions. Les enfants gras ricanent à ce temps.
Thrift find. It is a cotton Fair Isle jumper. It's pretty small, but I do like my knitwear to fit pretty snugly. So with some hope I'll be able to wear that. And it's I'd say 80s, maybe 80s, 90s. So we can have a quick look here. This is the upper part of my hallway, and a quick look at the mess that is my makeup table, which is thrifted, and I wallpapered these walls with pages from old magazines from the 30s and 40s. I'm thinking books, faux, or whips. Actually, I think we do faux, finished objects. I have two. I haven't sewn a lot this week. I haven't sewn pretty much anything this week. But I did finish one thing I showed you last week. And it was a quick fix. I made a pair of culottes from a pleated skirt, and this has also got this beautiful bird fabric. So today it's all about the birds by the look of it. And actually this will look great with my jumper. I just finished it today. I've sewn in the loose ends and I added buttons, and it's finished. And the yarn is thrifted and vintage. It's the dark red maroon is wool, virgin wool, and the blue is a wool acrylic blend, and the buttons are vintage, and the thread that I sewed the buttons with actually is vintage as well. So I think I'll start with the little bag because that's the quickest explanation, I think. More tea, yum. And it's getting cold and it's still yummy. So in here I have something I showed you last week as well, but I didn't show you this actual whip. As I said, I am remaking socks that are too big. These are too loose in the leg, too big in the foot. So I am making another pair, and this is called, I can't remember what it's called. I'll put it down here somewhere. But I knitted right from the old sock, so the garn is pretty, the yarn is yarn in Swedish. The yarn is pretty, it needs a good blocking. But I have just started on the heel. I haven't done almost anything this last week with this because I have been sweater knitting. I have another pair of socks as well that they are too big, so I will knit them, and then finally I get to play with my yarn stash because I have lots of socks. I have knitted lots of socks, and yes, I've knitted lots of socks. I almost exclusively wear knitted socks, so actually I don't really need more of them, but I love knitted socks. I love knitting them, I love owning them, I love choosing yarns and patterns, but I want them all to be wearable and I want to love them all, so I thought I'd remake the ones that doesn't work as well, and then I can start over with some brand new socks with brand new yarn. I have quite a few skeins of sock yarn waiting to be used. Yay! In my big bag it's actually a bit of a fail project. I've been wanting to make a Weasley sweater for years. And I thought this is the time to start. But I just used most of my maroon burgundy yarn, and I thought maybe I have enough skeins of blue yarn so I can make a blue sweater. And in the books, Ron has his maroon sweater, and I think Fred and George have green sweaters. So I thought, yeah, blue sweater could work, especially since I consider myself very Ravenclaw. Although Pottermore says Hufflepuff, but I don't see Hufflepuff. So I ignore Pottermore and I say Ravenclaw. So a blue sweater would be fantastic. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough blue skeins. Even when I combined them, I thought I could alter skeins, and that could work. But I still don't have enough. So I found 2 skeins of this yarn while thrifting. So I thought these 3 can work. But there aren't enough skeins still. I could use 3 or 4 more skeins. So yeah, but I found another yarn thrifting, blue yarn, which I hoped I would be able to use in my Weasley sweater project. Unfortunately, the color is right. The color goes great with the others, but it is too thick and it's all acrylic, and the others are wool blends. But there are lots of this, so I thought maybe I could do a Weasley jumper sweater from only this yarn. But after knitting the back, it doesn't feel very Weasley sweater. And I think it's because the Weasley sweaters are on the tweedy side, and this is very one shade blue. And altering these several shades, I thought it would give the texture and the difference in color that tweed gives without being tweed. But this, it's very blue. It's almost Superman blue, and I'm still thinking I will do a letter on the front, M for Malin, but I have no idea what color. Obviously I can't do yellow, because then it's really super Malin sweater. And also the Swedish flag is just this exact blue color and yellow, so that's too nationalist. So I'm gray, maybe brown, green, darker blue. I don't know. I have just cast on the front, so I have a little bit of knitting to do. It's actually very fast. I did the back in just a couple of days. I am using this pattern, which I'm altering the stripy sweater. I am not doing the buttons, of course, because I'm doing a Weasley sweater, so no buttons. So yeah, it's a joy to work with thick yarn, because yeah, it's super fast. acrylic, and yeah, it's a bit of a failure to begin with, but hopefully it will end up nice still. Yeah. I still have these. I can still make a blue Weasley sweater or something else. I think maybe it's time to knit something else than blue sweaters, because I am beginning to have lots of those. Now for something that I didn't share in the last episode. Just some tea first, because my it's cold, and today it's even better cold. It's so hot inside. I can't wait for autumn. I have been to the library, and you can tell one of the librarians actually is very much into knitting and sewing and crafting, so she gets books. She keeps up to date on the crafting section, so I have loaned a few books. First, there are 2 Norwegian sweater books, knitting books. This one, 42 Norwegian cardigans, 42 norska koftor, 42. I don't speak Norwegian. 42 norska koftor. And it is new Fair Isle cardigans based on old cardigans. And they are pretty fantastic. I actually think I have to buy this book. Fair Isle is one of my favorite things. And I don't think anyone does better Fair Isle than Norwegian. So 42 Norwegian cardigans. Really nice. And this is called Play with Traditions, or Lek med traditioner. Lek med traditioner in Swedish, by Kristin Viola Ödegård. Again, very bad at Norwegian. And these are also lots of Fair Isle cardigans. But there are some new things to do with Fair Isle, and with this brooch is actually crocheted, and there is a ring as well. Look at this. There is a ring as well, done the same way, and I'd love to make some of those. beautiful, beautiful cardigans. And this is also a book. I really, really need to have in my library. So this is on my list of must-buys, and these two are two sewing books, and they are also must-buys because they are great. You all know this one, Love at First Stitch by Tilly Walms. And this is a beginner's book, so there are easy patterns, easy models, and very detailed explanations. So I would love to make loads of clothes from there. This is, let's see if I can find the in Swedish it's called Sy dina egna kläder, sew your own clothes. In English it's called Sewing Basics, all you need to know about machine and hand sewing. And it's by Sandra Bodwell. And it's not an inspiration book, it's not a pattern book, it is a reference book with techniques on everything. And I have an old book I thrifted with techniques, but this is even better. So this also wants to move into my library. 4 fantastic books about making your own clothes. Love at First Stitch. On traditional Fair Isle. And Fair Isle based on vintage patterns. So I think that is it. Yeah, I don't have any more stash, I don't have any more newly acquired, I don't have any more FOs or whips. I think that is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have returned from last week, yay, welcome back. So good to see you again. And if you are new, welcome. I hope to see you next time again. And I hope to be back next week. And I hope to have something to show you. Until then, have a good day. Goodbye.
C'est un joli dimanche au parc d'attractions. Les enfants grands renversent leur popcorn. Oh bébé, regarde, y a des drapeaux, des ballons qui claquent dans le vent par milliers, par millions.